So what are some of the uses for public domain material? Well, you could take a book and publish it as is. You could create a new edition of it, you could edit it, you could provide a commentary on it. All of that will work very, very well. If you provide a commentary and adjust the book, edit it, then you've created a unique product and you own the copyright of it. If you don't, then that's fair enough. You don't need to. But you can just take Think and Grow Rich, for example, and publish it. And there you are. You have a brand new product you can sell. You can either sell it through a site such as Kunaki as a print on demand, or you can print a lot of copies and take them to trade shows or sell them on eBay or whatever it might be. So a lot of potential there for you. Now, you can either sell the book as a physical or as an ebook. You know, there's nothing wrong with converting it into a PDF file and selling it like that. That's perfectly acceptable. There's lots and lots of potential there. Now you can take photographs and old adverts, you know, advertising posters and so on, and you can use those as posters for people's walls. People love retro posters on their walls, don't they? Or you could use them for advertising. You know, the old, do you remember the Uncle Sam I Want You advert, you know, from the war? You could use that and, you know, adjust the picture, you know, take the U off and put whatever you want on. Perfectly acceptable to do. It's in the public domain. Now, if there's an audio recording, for example, old radio shows, old musical recordings, or whatever it might be, you can take those and convert them to CDs and MP3s and sell them, you know, on eBay, offline, through a website, whatever it might be. But there's potential there as well. You know, many of these recordings literally only exist in this old format. Burn them onto CD, create a nice cover for them, you know, make it look good, sell it as a professional product. You can make money from that. Take old videos, for example. You know, really old, you know, Buster Crabs that did Flash Gordon many years ago. Take those videos, you know, the video recordings, convert them onto DVD. There are thousands and thousands of old movies and TV shows that are in the public domain that are not available on DVD, that people would pay good money to buy. You could do that. I mean, heck, you could even find these old videos, shove them into a membership site, you know, some every week or every month, and, you know, sell that to internet marketers and the Make Money Brigade. People would buy it. They can get the videos, put them onto DVD, and make money from it. You know, anything that's in the public domain, you can make into something unique. You know, you could take the story of Snow White and make your own version of it. You could write a film script based around the story of Snow White. There's perfectly acceptable. There's nothing Walt Disney can do about it. The story of Snow White is in the public domain. So think about that. You know, you can then copyright the unique work that you've created. And, you know, the other option is you can use a public domain product as a basis for a complete new product. You know, you could take half a dozen public domain fishing books, for example, put them all together, squidge them around a bit, and out pops a brand new product. You can use them as bonuses as well. Let's not forget that. That's a good use of the products. You know, you could sell them as, you know, bonus materials to your main unique product in that niche. Many people who have an interest in the niche love old products and old books or whatever it is about that niche. Yeah, people will collect them because it gives them an insight into the past and nostalgia and all that. And nostalgia's big business. It really, really is. So think about that as well. I mean, one thing that, yeah, is very successful is to take a public domain book, for example, turn it into an AdSense or other advert-based website. That'll work really, really well for you. You know, you can very, very easily promote that, drive traffic to it, and earn from the AdSense clicks. Maybe even sell a physical copy of the book or an audio copy or a training course based around the book, whatever it might be. Lot of potential there for you. You know, you could turn it into a training program. You know, a public domain book entitled, I don't know, How to Improve Your Fly Fishing in 7 Days, for example. Turn it into a training program. Very, very easy to do. You know, the potential here is huge, and what I'm trying to do is get the cogs in your brain turning, so you sit there and think, wow, potential, potential, potential. You know, there's a lot of potential here for you. You can also take a public domain book, for example, and convert it into an audio book. Get someone to read it out, and there you are. You've got an audio book. You can publish it on iTunes or whatever you want. You could convert it into a video series. You know, can you turn it into a video training program? That's perfectly acceptable as well. You know, there's nothing wrong with, you know, for example, in the fly fishing or fishing niche, for example, create an online, you know, nostalgicfishingbooks.com, yeah, that sort of thing, where you've created an online niche store which is based around old public domain products. You know, you put in posters and videos and pictures and etc., etc. All that sort of thing will appeal massively to people in that niche. People love that. You know, think about it. When someone gets into golf, what do? They buy everything they can lay their hands on about golf. They want to know everything, do everything, see everything, you know, have every single thing possible to do with golf. So think about that, okay? Think about, you know, these niche stores. Very, very profitable potential. You can create posters and pictures, frame them nicely, sell them online and offline. You know, NASA do some lovely photos. Take those photos, and they're in real, you know, high resolutions. Take those pictures, print them out, frame them nicely, sell them through eBay, sell them offline, get them into stores to sell, whatever it might be. Massive, massive potential there. You know, people love those. You know, as I said, think about the old advertising posters. You know, billboard posters, posters in the underground and tube and metro stations, things like that. You know, people love those. I remember years and years ago when I was at university, it was the in thing for people to do, to get those old posters and put them on their walls. People still collect them and love to get hold of them. You dig those out and sell them, you'll have a market keen on buying them from you. You know, the DVDs of old movies, you know, think about it. How many people are there over the age of 50, 60 that, you know, remember the movies and TV shows from their childhood that they can't get hold of? Nostalgia sells. They would, you know, they would see these DVDs, instantly want to buy it. You know, they pay good money for it as well. And they, you know, you're meeting a need. You're giving them a taste of their past, reminding them of pleasant times, and they're giving you money. Fantastic. Now remember, don't limit yourself to selling online. Lots of potential for selling these offline as well. Pretty much here, you're only limited by your imagination and your ingenuity. There is so much you can do with public domain materials. It's not even real. It really, really is. I mean, we've gone through a lot of information here on what you can do with it, but this is only, you know, scraping the surface of it. There is so much more you could do if you just think about it. But if you remember this, and I'm going to say it again, I've said it in every video so far, and I'll probably say it in every video in the rest of this series. Always check the copyright first and be absolutely certain, because you do not want to violate copyright. Just think about, you know, the Movie Picture Association of America. You know, they're like rabid dogs. If you upset their copyright, they'll be on you, you know, tearing your legs off. You know, they are vicious, and many companies are very, very protective of their copyright. So if you check and you make sure and you've got it in writing, you're protected. You know, that way you're absolutely sure. But if you do that, there are millions and millions of potential materials for you out there that you can use to profit from, and I seriously mean millions. There's more than you can imagine. There's more than you could probably ever use in your entire lifetime. There's that many out there. So think about it. You know, think about when we go through all these videos next and we start showing you where to find public domain materials. Let your imagination run riot, and, you know, take some action with it, because you can earn massive amounts of money. It doesn't matter whether, you know, if you're into, you know, say you're into trains, you may go and find old movies of trains and pictures and posters and books, etc., etc., put them all together in collections and go round train fairs, you know, fairs where people who are into trains gather, and sell them offline. You know, that might be heaven for you. You never know. But, you know, there's lots and lots of potential there. You can create the business that you want from these public domain materials. So massive potential. But remember, always check the copyright and just let your imagination run riot. The potential will stun you here.